kicks his head clean off, but he took it off purposely. So bro just starts running with his head off. He spawned them with little feet and everything. He's like a baby zombie.
Heroes never die.
Won't get all that gay shit, not saying.
Get him up, let him get up, let him get up, let him get up.
Aw, hell nah. What I just watched was absolutely devious. So I've been watching JJK to catch up, and you telling me Toji gets resurrected in this? Nah, man, this shit is wild. First, tell me why this must have thought she was Mercy, cause she just popped a huge res. She started making these demands and kill every sorcerer, grandson. Like, you got no motion. Who's you commanding right now? And nah, Toji must have thought he was the reverse Flash, cause why is he moving like this? First day out and he's already giving side characters Arkham City combos. There is nothing that man did to deserve that devious combo. So apparently Toji didn't get res normally, only the body's information or something like that. But apparently his body was stronger than the conduit, allowing him to get complete freedom, which shouldn't be possible because that would mean his body overpowered a spirit and the mind is supposed to come like before the body or something like that. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you, like I understand Jujutsu Kaisen's power system. I just like the fighting. Well, anyways, this ends up making a terrible mistake. She tells her grandson to kill every sorcerer, and he pulls up like, every sorcerer?
Damn, you really about to rock my shit.
So thing 1 and thing 2 pull up on this zesty ass nigga, and he wants all the smoke. And I'm not even gonna cap to you like they put up a fight or anything. Nope. He packed them up, put them on a shirt, because let's be honest, they're females in a shonen. We didn't even expect them to get this much screen time as it is. Right, Kishimoto? So the other girl gets the back of her leg slit. And Nobara? Damn! She got hit with a whole Mortal Kombat X-ray. God, was brutal. So Ponytail guy starts bragging, and that's just something you don't do as a side villain. Nanami pulls up, and you know what's about to happen. He pulls up with the ultimate thirst trap content. Seriously though, Nanami was playing no games. He came in on that future Trunks timing. He said nothing but 2 things. Where are your allies? And how many do you have? This weak ass Ponytail nigga tries to get in some hits, but that does no damage. And I mean 0. That shit didn't even f up his fit. Shit has 0 scratches. How? That was a sword. And this is where shit starts to get tragic. Like, they got me out here feeling bad for villains and he tells him I don't know, but before he can even finish the sentence, Nanami punches him in his shit. And damn, this is just sad. He gets hit 1 time and says, I have to run. But it gets even worse. He gets his manhood taken because Nanami grabs his ponytail. Nah, you're a bitch now. Then his weak ass tries to say sorry. Sorry, this ain't a board game. Man, no, you have to pay for what you've done. This nigga hits him with the f***ing Gone attack. That shit sends his flying. He's done. It's game. Nobara standing there and shocked and shit like she didn't just get her ass carried to W. Can't even cap to you. Studio Mappa is cooking right now. Now I just gotta watch Itadori vs Choso, cause that came out apparently. You know what? I'm gonna review this right now, mid-video. Yeah, Itadori got dead in. Alright, let's rewind it. Choso sees Itadori and immediately wants smoke. He starts shooting these blood things, and it is way too much for Itadori to handle. Too fast and too strong. Like, this shit is piercing through him, breaking his body. Like, Itadori just can't figure out a counter. So that other nigga, like a couple episodes ago, creates a plan, and Itadori runs into the bathroom. Itadori catches him off guard in the bathroom because of some kind of conditions on his power. Itadori doesn't understand it, and I don't understand it either. But he still ends up getting his ass beat and laid out in the fucking corner. So we ended up seeing flashes of Sukuna, and Sukuna is out here disappointed as hell. He's really out here saying like, beat by niggas like this? Come on, bro. You gotta do better than this. So Choso walks off, but before he walks off, he gets these weird ass memories of Itadori that shouldn't exist at all. So Nanami and the gang pull up on this squid looking curse. Old drunk guy's like, that's light work. Let me take care of this. He takes a punch at him, but he eats that shit. That shit did no damage. Then this nigga does a whole ass Dragon Ball transformation. Turns out bro was on his first stage. He had to evolve on some Pokemon shit. So they obviously jumped his. And I don't know what the f this old ass guy is doing. He's talking about frames of animations and He traps on a fucking Haku ice mirror. Nanami tries to finish off the assist like Wade with LeBron, but unfortunately, he breaks out of that shit and blocks it. And I'm not gonna lie, this old man was boxing his ass up. He was speed blitzing his ass. This nigga's cheating though. He wants to be hit so bad. Before the old man can win though, he pops a domain expansion. And I'm not gonna lie, this is where they start to get work. He turns into Aquaman and starts summoning sharks and shit, and they biting and ripping it at him and shit. So Megami appears out of nowhere and gives Maki freaking nunchucks. She turns into Bruce Lee and this starts whacking his ass. Oh, and the old man also lost an arm, but he thugging that shit through. So Megami comes up with the idea to bust a hole through the domain expansion so that someone can get through. And who is that someone? Well, it's his own damn dad. And oh my god, he runs this nigga's fade. He takes those nunchucks immediately from Maki. Give me that niece. Let me show you how a real nigga uses this shit. And yeah, shit gets tragic for Fish Guy. Toji's like that one maxed out friend who joins a lobby just to smurf. Toji flash steps and runs his pockets, runs his fade. I mean, can we even call this shit a fade? Nah, this shit is a violation. Because what is he doing to him? Bro's enjoying every single second of beating his at supersonic speeds. He fighting this nigga on top of water. He's fighting this nigga underwater. He's fighting this nigga in the air. And oh my god, he's pummeling this nigga so hard he can't even keep up his domain expansion anymore. This nigga's unstoppable. So Jogo pulls up, and notice how he pulls up as soon as Toji left, and blisses the remaining cast. But then he realizes Sukuna is getting rezzed, and then the two dumbest high school girls I have ever seen. They resurrect him and start expecting the Lord of Curses to do shit for them. The fuck? I'm the Lord of Curses, you do shit for me. He kills them bitches, no hesitation. All they did was ask for a favor. They resurrected you and this is how you do them? That's f***ed up. I mean, I ain't really care for these but still. First up, we got Toji versus Megami. And not gonna lie, who the f let this fight happen? For real, someone should have called DIFIS or DCF or Child Protective Services or something, because this is just straight up domestic abuse. So for some reason, Toji's fast as f in this universe. I mean, for some reason, he's like the Flash. And the only thing Megami can think to do is to spawn bunnies. Okay. Wait, what the f? Why are these bunnies actually boxing like this? I mean, this one got grabbed by the ears, but that one came up from the top rope like some WWE shit. Nigga about the RKO or something? This nigga think he's Spider-Man? What is he swinging up top like that for? Nigga think he Tarzan. Doesn't matter though. He still ends up killing all the bunnies. Peter's gonna have a problem with this one. Megami tries to get away, but gets his ass Spartan kicked into a semi-truck door. And Loki kinda ate that shit. I mean, he gets right back up after it. So Megami pretty much just does nothing but run the entire fight. But I guess that's all Megami does every fight. But I guess that's what happens when you fight the strongest niggas in your universe. Anyways, Megami comes up with a plan. Toji tries to speed blitz him, and the ground he's standing on turns into water. Or the bunnies he's standing on turns into water. Then he realizes he's fighting his son and decides to kill himself. Well, that was a bit anticlimactic. Next up, we have Jogo versus Sukuna. And Jogo is essentially villain version of Megami, because all he does is get his ass whooped by the strongest niggas in his universe. This shit is not fair on any level. This nigga Sukuna is literally dragging him across the city, ragdolling his ass just like he did Megami. Jogo is using every ability he has, and this shit is just not working. And notice how Sukuna is low-key dragging this shit out. There are frames where Sukuna is standing still or walking incredibly slowly in the middle of a fight. Like, this nigga's literally only doing this because he wants to see as much destruction to the city as possible. And speaking of the city, they are f***ed up. They turned this shit into a Sonic level. Got this looking like Crisis City. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, Sukuna's just beating his ass. The only way I can describe this fight is if instead of sending an entire alliance, they just sent one ninja to fight Madara, and Madara just decided to toy with him. That's pretty much Sukuna versus Jogo. Whenever Sukuna enters the show, it don't even be the same anymore. It just turns into a in Dragon Ball fight. Anyways, this nigga Sukuna decides to stop playing around and he kills Jogo with a fire ability. That's right, he killed the nigga whose specialty is fire with a fire ability, because that's just how savage Sukuna is. At least he gave Jogo his props. This shit is so backwards in JJK. You got heroes calling niggas trash and villains calling niggas strong. Alright, next up we got Sukuna versus Mahoraga. And who is Mahoraga, you're wondering? Well, it's one of Megami's many Pokemon. In fact, his strongest Pokemon, and he has the ability to adapt to anything. And you're probably wondering, who did he use this on? He uses it on this nigga, this trash street level nigga. You didn't think to use this shit a few seconds ago when your dad was beating your ass? Or maybe when Sukuna first spawned? Seriously, what the f were you doing holding this kind of trump card? What the fuck were you doing holding this kind of ace in the hole? You have any idea how much shit you could have prevented? Shit, my petty ass, I would have used it against Todo for body slamming my ass. I'll be damned if I let a nigga suplex me because I said I didn't like bad. So anyways, Sukuna and Mahoraga start fighting, and you're probably thinking, man, surely this nigga Sukuna has to be tired or thirsty or hungry or something. He just got out of a fight with Jogo, and that lasted an entire episode. And shit, I guess Sukuna was thinking the same thing because this nigga gets a drink and some popcorn mid-fight. So Sukuna and Mahoraga continue fighting, and it's very similar to how Sukuna versus Jogo played out, but the only difference is that Sukuna is visibly enjoying himself. Unlike when he was fighting Jogo, and you can tell he was playing around. Alright, I'm not gonna let this shit slide. Firstly, this nigga Mahoraga is swimming through concrete like an Olympic level athlete. What the f is he doing? You couldn't have just flew towards him? You know what's even crazier? Sukuna. What the f is he doing? This nigga's doing a trillion backflips and shit. Like, nigga, you couldn't have just dodged or gotten out of the way? You're not Dick Grayson. You're not Spider-Man. Calm down. Well, what the hell are you doing all these backflips for? Bro, you ever play Lego Batman, and you play as Robin and press backwards and jump and you just do a bunch of backflips? I feel like Mahoraga just learned how to do that and just had to spam that shit. He just had to figure out a situation where he could spam these backflips. Still not as useless as the Miles Morales flip. If I was Pete, I would have been hot. Nigga, you could have caught me. I wasn't even in your way. You weren't even in line of danger. You wasn't even any threat of getting hit. You just did a backflip just to do a backflip. Nigga just got his spider powers a month ago and had to show him off. Anyways, the fight continues on, and not gonna lie, Mahoraga is on his ass right now. I mean, this nigga is on his ass. He's not taking a break. He's not stopping at all. This nigga's scary as it's like Nemesis from Resident Evil. So Mahoraga starts throwing a bunch of cars and shit, and I would feel bad because I know these niggas' insurance is not covering that. The only problem is there's no one in this city to pay insurance. Sukuna killed them all when he was fighting Jogo. So Sukuna tries to get an easy lick by using his domain expansion. That shit does not work. He just adapts to that, and Sukuna is shook. So Sukuna ends up using the same fire move he uses on Jogo, and I guess it just ended up obliterating him. Alright, not gonna cap. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip all the Mahito fights because Mahito has like 7,000 fights that drag on and ultimately nothing happens. Mahito is reaching Orochimaru levels of plot armor. I mean, like, how much shit can this nigga survive? So I'm just gonna skip all that until where Mahito kills Nobara. So it turns out Mahito has Shadow Clone Jutsu, and he was actually fighting Nobara and Yuji at the same time. So the one that was fighting Yuji switches to Nobara and taps her face and kills her. So before bro could even get a chance to grieve Nobara and Nanami, Mahito hits his with a black flash, and he just starts putting a beating on him, kicking so much blood out of him, you'd think this was a Mortal Kombat cutscene. And he goes in to try and get the finishing blow, but vanishes. Bro is not Danny Phantom. Turns out the reason he vanished was because Todo came. So Todo spits this whole speech, and he's basically here to talk some sense into Yuji. I like, bro, stop being a bitch. Get up. Let's fold this nigga for real. Yuji not hearing it at first, but after he's seeing his big bro start getting down, he starts getting active too. So you know how it is in Jujutsu Kaisen. Ain't nobody getting the ones. They immediately get to jumping, kick him straight through the subway. They did a stage transition on his ass. They dead ass got Mahito spamming every single ability, and then he summons this giant monster and then turns it into Temple Run. They do the dash on the subway. They run into every single subway train and everything while simultaneously fighting. This is crazy stage transitions. But anyway, Yuji and Todo catch back up again. Yuji throws this rock and it's imbued with cursed energy. So I'm guessing Todo was able to teleport to the rock, and he hits Mahito with a black flash. Damn, everyone can just use this ability, huh? This boy Yuji cannot have his bag. He cannot have no uniqueness. Everyone has his moves. So Mahito starts tweaking and explodes over the entire city. So Todo's like, yeah, bump all that. Teleports him right into his hands, and Yuji almost kicks his head clean off, but he took it off purposely. So bro just starts running with his head off. He spawned them with little feet and everything. He's like a baby zombie. So then he spawns these two level 30 grunts, and they get the boxing. Bro, are these the niggas from One Punch Man? So it turns out Mahito's trying to separate these two from each other because he feels like he stands a better chance with them away from each other. But bro does not know who he's dealing with right now. Yuji is locked in. He throwing billboards and shit. He tries to go in for the finishing kick, but gets his tossed into the wasteland city just for Todo to already be there. Todo and Yuji back on that timing again. Then this is how you know Mahito is tripping, bruh. That boy pops his domain expansion, and Todo cuts off his arm. But even with his arm cut off, he's still getting busy. Then uses Mahito hand to clap and teleport to put Yuji in front of him and smacks his. So they done depleted Mahito's health bar, but they did not know that Mahito had a second health bar. This boy has a transformation. So Yuji and Mahito just start scrapping. They are getting down. They are throwing hands. Yuji's trying his best, but he's not landing no damage. He got bro T-posing over here. This is not Fortnite. So Mahito is really pushing himself to the limit. Like his body can't even handle this anymore. Then Todo comes in, hits him with a fake switch places just for Yuji to hit him with a black flash. Bro, is this everyone's favorite move? That's like 4 black flashes already. Then Yuji pulls up on a crawling, limping Mahito. I accept it. I accept that I will kill you. I accept that I'm a dog, nigga. I accept my role in this war. Nah, he got Mahito spooked. Mahito pushed himself to the limit and now that dog on him. And the symbolism is crazy. They got Mahito out here as a snow bunny and they got Yuji as a wolf, a dog. He kicking bro around like he a rag doll. So then Geto pulls up and you probably think, oh, he's about to help Mahito. Hell nah, he absorbs his took him, captured his like a Pokemon, bro. I'ma stop the video right here because I don't really care about the other fights, to be honest. Hope you enjoyed the video and make sure you subscribe.
I know that the movement and it ain't quick. Don't get sad cause move didn't quit. You don't gotta get that in a throw fit. Just hit the sub button and I remember you. Just hit the sub button and I remember you. Just hit the sub button and I remember you.